All right, U.S. Open week, guys, one of the funnest weeks of the year. Long days. Thursday, Friday just goes on forever, right? You just got morning wave, afternoon wave. You got players still on the course like 8:30. No problems. You got dozens of players out there, it seems like. So anyway, got some picks for you. I got one top 10 pick and then a bunch of top 20 picks, all from DraftKings numbers here for this week. I'm going to start with Xander Schauffele. He's plus 180 for a top 10 this week. Xander Schauffele in the U.S. Open is such a great match. He has been unbelievable. He's never finished outside the top 14 in 8 U.S. Open starts. Now, I know he hasn't won, but he's got 6 top 7s in those 8 U.S. Open starts. He's been so consistent and just in the hunt. I mean, you've got to have somebody that knows the fire and the test that is a U.S. Open. Just the pressure of it all. That's guy that you're going to get from Xander Schauffele. So look out for him. Top 30 in his last 6 events on the PGA Tour. He's been in the mix. He's 7th in shot scan approach. I think that really helps at Oakmont. Being close to the hole, giving yourself a lot of birdie opportunities is important. So look out for Xander Schauffele this week for a top 10. And we'll move on next. Top 20, Patrick Reed. He's a short game specialist. This guy's always working on chipping and putting. He's just a freak when it comes to practicing chipping and putting. The short game, that's his big thing. So look out for him. You're going to need that at Oakmont for a week like this. And then also, too, he's 3rd at the Masters, right? He played really well in the Major Championship recently. He was also T4 at Korea not soon after that. I know he missed the cut of the PGA Championship, but don't buy into all that. I mean, this guy's such a consistent player in big events. And I think at a U.S. Open, he's been sneaky good there. Remember, he was 4th in 2018 at Shinnecock Hills when he was at that time, he was presently reigning Masters champion. So he got on a roll there. He could play pretty well in U.S. Open. So I look out for Patrick Reed this week for top 20. Denny McCarthy, top 20. I'll go plus 260 on DraftKings. Denny McCarthy, wow. I mean, McCarthy, T29 at the Masters, so he played a pretty good performance there. T8 at the PGA Championship. Really, really impressive performance there. I think that will be huge coming into this event, having played so well in a recent major and a big boy golf course that was Quail Hollow. 7th in shots gained putting. Now, a player did mention that when you do have lag putting at Oakmont, you can never really lag it up to 2 feet or to 1 foot dead knock in. You're going to have 4-footers, 5-footers all day, no matter how great your touch is with your wedges or your putting. That is a huge advantage for Denny McCarthy. He is Mr. 5-footer, 6-footer. He's able to basically make that a formality. Inside of 4 feet, he's 98.31%, which is 7th on the PGA Tour this year, inside of 4 feet. And that's the magic distance, right, that you're going to always have to finish up an up and down or to finish a 2-putt basically around the course. So look out for him there. He's 15th in bounce back stat this year on the PGA Tour, so he knows how to rebound when he gets in to trouble, and you're going to see a lot of mistakes out there anyway. So 17th also in bogey avoidance for Denny McCarthy. So look out for what he can do this week at Oakmont. I got Adam Scott for a top 20 at Oakmont, plus 330. It could be a lot of money for this week, depending on what you wager. Adam Scott and the U.S. Open, I think this is a perfect fit. Brad Faxon has mentioned recently this week that this course and the U.S. Open in general, it's all about composure. You've got to have a good countenance, stay composed, be confident, calm, and you see that with Adam Scott. Like, that is who he is. That's the definition of Adam Scott. Collected, that's just his style. Top 20 at this golf course in 2016 when he finished 18th, tied for 18th. This guy really likes Oakmont, and I think that's going to play really well. This is one of the greatest drivers of the golf ball the last 20 years, okay? And so you need to set the table really well at this golf course, which you get that from one of the great skill sets that you get from Adam Scott. So I look out for him a week like this. Some tough courses, Quail Hollow, he's a top 20 at the PGA Championship. Memorial, he was a top 31. So I think this is a guy that plays well on harder golf courses, and you got to look out for a top 20 this week from Adam Scott. Then beyond that, the last top 20 pick I got, Russell Henley for a top 20. I'm going to go Russell Henley for a top 20 plus 150 this week on DraftKings. Russell Henley, yes, I get it. He's miscut in his last two majors. Oh gosh, you got to be concerned, right? But he's done really well on tough golf courses on the PGA Tour, on two of the really toughest ones. He won at Bay Hill, which is huge. He gets it done. He beats Colin Morikawa, who was clearly the favorite in that situation. And then he went T5 in his last start at Memorial, Jack's Place, which is always very difficult to play well on, and he got it done. And so that shows a lot that he's got the grit. He's just a strong grit player. He loves U.S. Opens. He loves the kind of test, the examination that they bring for your whole game. And look, you want to talk about a whole game, a complete game. He's 16th in approach shots this year on the PGA Tour, shots gained approach. 14th in driving accuracy. You need that at Oakmont. You got to be staying in the fairways, be in the mix. And he's first in approaches from 75 to 100 yards. That's so critical. We talk about, okay, you're going to have to lay off sometimes and lean on your wedge game. Can you play well in your wedge game? Well, this is it right here. First in that category from 75 to 100 yards. He's got that sawed-off sand wedge in to these greens. So look out for what Russell Henley can do. I really like what his skill set offers. This great iron player, good wedge player, and a consistent driver. That's what you need at Oakmont. So hope those picks are good for you. Subscribe if you like the content here, and have a fun U.S. Open week, everybody.